got that feeling. The sun in my face, it's so well needed. Life will take care of the rest. Biking alone in the sunset, through the canal, so the mindset I needed. Yeah, I needed. Oh, let's freeze time, gather around, watch the sun go down. Oh, in summertime, soaking up the sun, cruising around in this crazy town. Oh, just you and I, just you and I. Filling the spaces within. Running around, are we there yet? Music is all where we all met. Just you and I. Oh, let's freeze time, gather around, watch the sun go down. Oh, in summertime, soaking up the sun, cruising around in this crazy town. Oh, just you and I.
You know, it's a lot heavier with you in the bucket. It's easier to carry the bucket without you in it. You stuck? What? You gotta get more of the water in the container. You be careful. Are you working on it? What do you got? You got the rope?
Yeah.
You untangling? Yeah? You want to take this and run back over there? Keep going. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep going back. Keep going back. Go back. You got it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Got it all measured? Yeah? Alright, you gotta pull it back a little. No, you gotta stretch it back. All the way. All the way, even farther. And farther. There we go.
You getting ready to go diving, Grace? You're all set? What are you gonna go look for?
Straight in the water.
You all set?
Are you not the white go?
You all set to go on your deep sea expedition? Yeah? Your dress will look. Now are you ready? Good to go?
Good to go.
You gotta give me a thumbs up though. Good to go.
Good to go.
Good to go.
Right, you look good to go. Alright, go ahead. You can go. Go get some dinner. Wait, be careful.
Okay, Dad.
Hey, Grace.
What?
Hold on. Wait, whoa.
What? Good Bye, Dad.
Are you sure you don't want a wetsuit?
I want some.
Wait. Grace. Just wait. Come on. You gotta come back on. You need a wetsuit for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Wanted a boat was cool. Not really.
Mommy, Billy slipping and was tagging me with this and Bill give me a mine. Give me suit.
No diving, Grace. Grace's victory dance after cleaning. Is it all clean? Yeah? You happy about it? Was it cleaning or playing? Playing, yeah. Working on the metal, polishing the metal on our boat, the old stainless steel. Most of the stainless steel is original to the boat, so it's 1965. And so you're looking at just, half a century old stainless steel. And it's starting to show some of the effects of rust in various places. Some of this stuff is the backing behind it. And so it takes some periodic maintenance to keep it up to date, and it's amazing to finally be to this point of working on the boat and working on the metal, working on the ropes and the running rig, and working on the bright work, which Rachel is working on, because it's taken years to get here. We've owned the boat now for 4 years and just have worked on it primarily on the weekends when we'd have time, and so now it's taken forever, it feels like. So here we are working on the metal. Just the final little touch-ups, really, but it's just fantastic to be at this point, to the finishing touches that really make a difference on this old boat here. I have Grace down here helping me in the dinghy, and we're working on the polishing the metal. We have the neighbor gone for a little bit, so we have a opening here. I can get in our dinghy and polish this up right down here. And so I'm taking advantage of that while he's out sailing for the day, and to get that done. Having a boat that was in 1965, there was quite a bit of work, even though she'd been restored about 15 years ago, with some pretty considerable work that you can still see. We had a lot of just no maintenance really done from that time to then, and so a lot of work with the mechanical and the rigging, and most of it is still original. We still have the original engine too, which is I'll have to show later, because it's a 1965 diesel, 110 horsepower too, which is really cool. But that being said, we still had a lot of work to do. I'll show you the rub rail here. We have to replace some wood on the rub rail when we pull out. And that rub rail is original as well. And so we're getting it done. You know, it's exciting to finally be at this point and be working through it. And the tools of choice. It's just metal polish, brass wool, a rag, a couple of gloves, because pretty much start wearing this at the end of this, and a brass wool toothbrush. I literally take a brass wool toothbrush, seeing all of the stainless steel on a 45-foot sailboat. And part of it that is just the age of it. Once I do it though, then it'll look pretty good for probably a couple of years. But I'll show you a spot here really quick that exemplifies what starts happening. So that starts happening after just a couple of years, and some of it is sometimes the old bolts that were behind it, or old screws, and we typically replace the screws, and that helps with that issue. But just a work in progress. It's just great to be working finally on this and not in the engine bay as much anymore, and not with the mechanics of it. This is the section that I just showed you here, just taking quickly the metal polish too.
What?
And you'll still see that there's still some scratches in it. It's just scratches from the age of it, the boat being, you know, between 50 and 60 years old, that there's just scratches that are not going to come out. And but it cleans up really fast. The brass wool is really what made the trick when it was neglected for so long. When we originally got the boat, it was really bad. And the brass wool really cleaned it up. My concern being it might leave some micro scratches in it, potentially, that then would make it oxidize quicker, perhaps. But you can even do things for that. But it's really just made it better and easier as time has gone by. This now doing it, it's been 2 years, because we were gone to Texas for work for a year. So 2 years since I've done any maintenance on the boat. And so just hitting it again here, and it makes a huge difference. It'll look good for a year or two at least, and then it'll just be just a minor touch-ups, and then we can get out here and hopefully go do some sailing finally with those last touches. And then it's just starting to look better and better, as you can see. Looking pretty good for a 1965. We still have the blue tape on there too, as you can see, but it's getting better and better. There we go. It's about an hour and a half, and I get the two lines on this, the two rubber rail lines, stainless steel, done. You can see. We have some paint repairs you can see around the porthole, and just some other stuff. But overall, it's just starting to look better and better. All the rust came off really easily with going over it. It's just a little bit time consuming to do so, but really happy with how it looks. We're getting the sailboat dinghy rigged up for the kids to do some sailing.
Yep.
We like taking the dinghy out when we don't have moments. It's easy on the dock to show you and putting it together.
There's the keel, the rudder's right there. We have a few squirt guns because we like to battle each other, me and my brother. And, well, I used that piece of wood as a bowsprit because, well, pirate ships have bowsprits, so. So now we got the rudder in place, now it's time for the keel. Which is it's like one of the easiest parts. Because you just have to open this thing up, then put it under, put it in. Rigging the sails, like getting it ready. I made one mistake, which I had to put in this one thing. So I had to put in that, then I do these. It's ready.
Right, second time up the mast, and I had to, I removed the light so that we could put an LED bulb up in the mast head up there. Save us some power when we're out. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I just ran this line, which will be just a backup line, and we've got the, we're going to be running it. We need to run a new topping lift line, but we'll be doing that this next week. So just checking things out. It looks good. It's exciting. This is fun. Anyway, to give you a view here of what I see up here. That's going to be bumpy. And there it is. It is behind me. It's pretty beautiful up here. And this is what we see below. See, look, look. Pirates on the dock and Dad on the deck. Gonna check everything else up here and take a quick peek around. Ooh. And that's the view.
We're heading to the Port Townsend Marine Thrift, which is a very inexpensive place to get parts, and we've gotten a lot of great parts for our boat. You have to be selective, but
yeah, it's run by the Northwest Maritime Center, which is here in Port Townsend, which we love. It's down at the end of town, and but yeah, it's run by them, and they have a volunteer that then works to price stuff. People just donate items, just a bunch of donated stuff, and so it's really kind of fun. You have to pick around a bit, but yeah, find some good scores. It's a good way to look for some
great
extra
for
stuff.
sailors on budgets like us. It's funny, in here we just found the mast lights that has a crack in it. This is what we just paid the replacement. It's usually $500, but we got the covering for like $200. We'll see how much this one costs.
Do the same thing, but
So we just got done out of there, and one of our projects is the masthead light. We noticed it cracked, and so we've had kind of this ordeal over the last week and a half trying to get it ordered. You have to order one cover that was $50 with Rachel's discount working there. Then it was another cover that's like $80, and
which is a really good deal compared.
now
to
they don't look
normally
like they
would.
fit. We'd have to jury rig it a little bit because they're glued together, and on and on and on, and we were kind of depressed about it, and we went to the marine thrift store, and here is a anchor light that doesn't have the tricolor light. Ours had the tricolor light, but has the strobe and the anchor light, which is all we need, and $15. $15.
Yeah.
And a screwdriver, which is this
Has a
fancy
light.
magnet lit screwdriver for $1, which I actually need a new screwdriver, and a hose clamp for like a quarter. But masthead light, $15. The replacement of this is like $300.
$300 for that.
Replacement
yeah.
for the one we had was $500.
So our masthead light is being replaced. So this one uses less wattage. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to put a new one up, and it needed a new lens. So I'm up the mast again for the 3rd time. So success! We have the light that is working. It's not on at the moment, but we have oh yes it is. We have the so new masthead light, and it has anchor light, strobe light, and then the navigation lights. So red, green on either side. So we have it fixed. Yay! Up here?
Yeah, where it's mounted.
Turn it. It's hard to get me to get it sideways. I went sideways. Ta-da!
So we were gonna leave a couple days ago and go out sailing. We noticed the stuffing blocks dripping quite a bit more, and it was once every 2 seconds or 3 seconds when we were sitting there, just sitting there. And so we kind of knew that it was an issue. It had been dripping a little bit more than you would like, but it wasn't urgent yet. And we just knew. Noticing the tide is starting to take away my flip-flops. That's beach problems for you. So anyway, we didn't film it, but we had a couple days where we just, first time ever on that boat, working in the stuffing box, trying to get to it, trying to access it, trying to,
like
work
the
to clean it
most
up.
difficult
Just 2
spot.
2 days, just cleaning it up. BP blaster, love that stuff. Liquid wrench, and just working on it with the wrench, tapping it with a hammer, just trying to work it out. And we finally did. The tide is really coming up right now. It's inches from my toes. It was like it was 10 feet away a minute ago. Anyway, we finally that locking nut broke loose, and we finally got it
We had a victory.
Done. We finally anchored it down, so that means tomorrow, finally, we can leave the slip again and go sailing. And there was a moment there where we weren't sure again, because it's one of the stuffing box was one of the last things we hadn't really gotten to on the boat and really worked with, although it's just a traditional stuffing box. But it was corroded, you know, and corroded is probably not the best word for it. It's more of that it's just had the patina and some salts over it, and it just looked really bad. Now it looks fantastic because we cleaned it all up. But anyway, we're a lot fixed this weekend. We got on the new
Masthead light?
masthead light so when we anchor we have LED, which you flip on the anchor light, you don't even see the amp meter on the panel even adjust, which is amazing, because before it would go up 2 amps and now it doesn't even move, and it's bright too. That, and then we got a new main halyard up, and we've gotten a lot resolved in the past few months. So we're gonna head out, I think, and anchor tomorrow morning, and then we'll be at anchor here probably for
2 months.
2 months.
A little over 2 months. Yeah.
So
we'll be doing some sailing, and we'll be out anchored and sailing. It's exciting.
Yeah. So we took a moment this evening, and as the sun's setting, we're at the beach, which we haven't done for a while. There'll be quite a bit of that when we're living on anchor.
Yeah.
The kids are over there playing.
Izzy's right here. There he is.
Anyway, we're excited.
Oh yeah, I did it. No, I don't have it. Yeah, but you're in for it.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the video as much as we liked creating it, like the video, subscribe, and check out the Patreon account in the comments below. If enough people like watching our crazy crew, we'll make more of these videos and share more of our adventures.